My name is Jeremiah. I'm one of the firefighters here at Pumpkin Creek. First thing I want to talk about is Brooks. Hey, Brooks, we'll do the smoke a little bit, okay, bud? Well, fire safety. So what to do in case of a fire. Do you know, does kids know 911? I know we were talking about it in there with iPhones. Something I reiterate to parents a lot of times is, go back there with some gentry. One thing I reiterate to parents is teach them. I'm not going to say give them your code. Like my daughter, she found out my code and she was on YouTube too much, so I had to like cut that out. But how to respond or how to notify emergency services through an iPhone or Android, because with the technology today, a lot of kids don't even know what a landline or a house phone is. So we need them to know at their level, the lowest level, of how to get in touch with emergency services. Second thing is how to get us there. Okay, you can go out, bud. Learning their address. A lot of kids, you ask their address, they say, well, I'm at the White House, you know, or the Blue House, or the Brick House. But they don't know their actual address. Even if they know just the street name, like that gives us something to go off of. If you can give it, if that child can dial 911, has the ability to dial 911 without adult help or parental presence, you know, and they can give us at least a street name, that narrows it down. If they know the full address and the house number, that's even perfect. Another thing while talking about house numbers and addresses, Brooks.
That boy just like his daddy.
Hey kid, look.
Is your mama like that too?
Hold on. Alright, so lock it. Sorry about that. He's running all over the place. But so what I was saying is a visual identification on your house. A lot of people replace mailboxes and with new construction, and they'll forget to put their house numbers on their mailboxes or the house itself. So therefore, when we're rolling around Ulan or Citadel or any of these back roads or neighborhoods, I mean, these are new neighborhoods to us just as they are them. We try to pre-plan every neighborhood we can and do hydrant testing on every community and every hydrant in our district. But there's always houses that we may miss, and especially with house numbers not being on the mailbox. So if you can visualize that address and tell friends, family to do the same, that helps us out greatly. But it all goes back to like the fire safety and importance of then getting them started young, early. And so with that, I'll roll into kitchen safety. So majority of our fires, obviously, kitchen fires is a huge thing. We have a lot of kitchen fires, and fire doubles in size every 60 seconds. So if we could stop it here without waiting 5 minutes, then that will save your kitchen, your house, you know, possibly anything, your property. And it starts with simple fires like stovetop fire. Stovetop fires happen all the time, and first thing people do, they'll freak out, they'll dial 911. We have full-time service here, and we have a pretty fast response time, but that's still, with the dispatch, is 4 to 5 minutes. That fire could hit up here, smoke bellow up, it catches this on fire, that'll flash the ceiling, it'll just keep growing and growing. So what we try to do is teach everybody, hey, just take the oxygen, smoke it. You know, instead of, oh my God, there's a fire, what do? Let's spray it with water, don't do that. Let's just take the oxygen out of it, kill that fire immediately, don't even have to worry about it. Second thing we have is a lot of emergency calls and kids burning themselves. Burns happen a lot, and a lot more than documented, because yeah, we don't want to burn ourselves. That's not good, right? That'll hurt. One thing we can do to prevent that, don't touch these. If mommy and daddy or anybody in the house, grandma, grandpa, somebody's cooking, and they accidentally forget to leave that out, you let them know, hey, no, right? We want that in here so that we don't walk by and bump it and burn ourselves. All right. The third thing I'll cover with a basic kitchen fire safety is these knobs. A lot of time, me being guilty of it also, I got a lot of stuff going on, kids in the background, everything. I'll forget to cut something off. It's the same. I mean, I think everybody's done something, made a mistake. We got to make sure we get into a habit, teach our kids, hey, make sure this is off. Now, unfortunately, if you're like my daughter, she's like the energy conservative of my house, and she cuts lights off even when you're in the room. So she'll come by and cut it off even when you're cooking. But just teach your kids like, hey, don't mess with these at all. You know, come get me or whoever's in the house, get an adult. We want to keep these off at all times. Stepping away from the kitchen, we'll go to fireplaces. New builds are guilty of this with new construction and everything. You guys got fireplaces in your homes? Wood, propane, gas?
Yep.
So I remember when my mom and dad, we had a fireplace similar to this, but it was lime burning. It was an actual wood burning stove. And they used to always get on to me and holler at me about picking up my toys in front of the fireplace. I never knew why until I got into the fire service and realized how often we have fires because toys, clothes, and embers jump out of that fire and will actually start a fire in the living room and you don't even know what's going on. I won't get too in depth because I'm burning up. I know you guys are getting hot. So we'll open up this door and move on to the back room here. Where there's some AC. So if you guys want to move this way, we'll get a little cool down.
We're going to use that for the keys. Use that like one. I have a couple of them. Look at this nice line. I still want to be moving. I don't care what nobody says. I'm getting moving. Sarah, y'all get to climb out the window today.
A little cooler in here. Sorry about the heat in the other room.
Full of smoke.
Alright, so we talked about basic fire safety with the kitchen and living room, you know, and fireplace and everything. But what we want to talk about with kids is what to do if there is a fire and how to identify a fire. First thing, being important as a parent, we need to develop escape plans and what to do if there is a fire. Like, oh, they're playing with the phone. Like what to do if there is a fire, where do we meet, what happens, hey, you know, do I have windows in the room, are they on the second or third story, things like that. And what to actually do if they do hear that smoke detector going on. So, unfortunately, a lot of fires house fires are at night, and people think that the smoke will just wake them up. Most, as we adults know, that's not always the case. And unless it beeps to remind you every so months, a lot of people don't even change their smoke detectors or the batteries. That is a huge deal. Even insurance will remind you, hey, change the batteries in your smoke detectors. That's a big thing. Make sure your smoke detector's up to date. Make sure it's good and working order. And tell like friends, family, even if you don't have them or you don't know how to install them, we'll do it for you. You just call us and say, hey, I need smoke detectors. We'll come out, we'll inspect them, we'll change them out if need be. Because that is a absolute lifeline and the first line of defense against fire. So I'll ask a kid, do you know what to do if there is a fire in your house? If you're in bed, you say in bed, no phone, mom and dad are in their bed, if you're in your bed. Alright, so the first thing is, do you sleep with the door open or shut? Shut? Good job, good answer. And the reason I say good answer is because a shut door can actually save lives. You'd be surprised how many house fires we go to where the kid's bedroom is still intact, untouched, because the door was shut. Right? And the first thing about teaching them is not to open that door if there is a fire. Can you come, Phil, try to open that door for me? Just try to open it. Is it warm? It's not hot, but it's warm, right? What do you think that would tell us? What do you think would be on the other side of that door to make it hot? You don't have to keep touching it. What do you think's on the other side of that door?
What makes that door hot?
Okay, no, it's fine. So obviously there's not a real fire on the side of the door, but in a situation where your bedroom door, your knob is warm like that, that means something's making it warm. There's probably fire on the other side. So we don't want to open that door. We want to keep that barrier closed, keep that fire on the other side so that we have a safe space in our bedroom until we can get out or the fire department or mom, dad, or somebody can get to you. So if you are in and you feel, okay, so that's going off because this smoke detector doesn't work. So, can you get that smoke detector? Come here. You hear that? You have those in your house? You've heard that beep before? Hopefully just a check. Okay, well if that's ever going off and mom or dad or somebody, a parent's not messing with the batteries, that means get out of the house real quick. Smoke is detected on that sensor and it's causing it to make that racket, that loud noise, alright? So, we hear that, we have smoke coming in the room, and we just got up, we felt our door, that woke us up, we've got a doorknob that's warm, so we don't want to open that door. What should we do? Alright, I'll tell you real quick before it fills up with smoke in here. Notice how the smoke's way up here? So we want to get down low because this is our fresh air. We got better air down here than up there. And then what do we get to? Let's go to the window. All right, so mom, dad, parents, we got to make sure they know how to open the window. Not to get out when they're teenagers, but to get to safety while they're kids. All right. So they know how to open the window. They know how to have the escape plan and the meeting place outside. I'm gonna be outside to safely make sure. All right. Y'all want to start coming out?
On fire. On fire.
Little people come here.
Yeah, the smoke's rolling out. Hurry up.
You can, yeah, you can go out.
Okay. This big smoke?
It fills up really quick in there.
Okay. Is it real smoke? Come on, Liam.
Sir, what do you think?
All right, our meeting place is in the shade over there, so let's go to our meeting place. There you go, you got it. There you go. And we'll go right there to the shade. Coming out.
Right here, sir.
Got it? Yeah. There you go. You got it. Just hot. There you go. All right. We'll meet our parents over here. We'll meet everybody. All right. So we detected the smoke, or the smoke detector heard the smoke, or smelled the smoke, and told us that it was smoky. We felt our doorknob, felt it was warm, knew we shouldn't open it, so we got out of the window, right? We went outside the window. Now we're outside. What's our next thing? We gotta get to a meeting place to meet our family, right? So whether it be the mailbox or a neighbor's house, preferably, or even a big tree in the front yard or somewhere, you can meet mom, dad, parents, grandparents, anybody who's at the house with you, so that you can then get accountability, get a good thumbs up, and say, "Ooh, thank gosh, fire department's here, so put it out." If you have kids on second and third floor, I would, unless you have your escape plan has a ladder. A lot of people don't. Hold on, buddy. A lot of people don't have ladders just up to the third floor. Teach them just to make noise. Waving arms, open that window, and to stay inside the window, but notify us. That way, when we pull up, we can identify. Hey, second division, A side of the home. We've got a kid upstairs. We know to throw a ladder on that window immediately and get that child out. Is there any questions for you guys? All right, that's all I got. Like I said, I was just giving you a quick brief, real quick. A little hot, so.